One of the most life-changing things I've ever learned is that we can learn how to control our thoughts, feelings, and emotions. While this sounds simple, this idea actually goes beyond what most people and even psychologists think is even possible. But speaking from experience, it is entirely possible when you are able to break free or move outside of the mainstream ways of thinking that we all learn when we grow up. I'm going to quickly cover some ideas that will challenge the way you see yourself, challenge just how much freedom you think you have over your everyday experience of life, and enhance your ideas to what you think is actually possible as a happy, fully realized human being. I'm Cody, founder of Yourself Unlimited, where I help you expand beyond society's normal way of thinking to learn how to be happy anytime you want. So from the moment that you wake up to the moment you go to bed, we have an internal environment within us that mostly goes unregulated, that we don't even think about or consider. This internal environment is made up of our thoughts, feelings, and emotions. These three things directly affect how we experience every second of every day. And the crazy thing is that we just let it go about its own business. We don't ever really give it any conscious attention. Now, if we could consciously regulate our thoughts, feelings, and emotions, think about how vastly different your experience of life would be. No more negativity, no more anxiety, no more overthinking every weird conversation you've ever had or how awkward it was when you told somebody to have a good night at 10 in the morning. But more important than that, learning how to consciously control our inner world that we all have can allow you a much deeper sense of peace, a deeper sense of happiness, even when there's chaos going on around you. Now, the first major thing you need to understand about this different way of thinking is that this is almost like a type of art form. It's almost like a type of skill that needs to be developed. It's not something that you're going to be able to do to change your personality overnight. Now, just to give you a quick example over how little control you have over your thoughts, feelings, and emotions every moment, think back to a time when you got mad, and I mean really mad. So mad that you said something to the person that you're mad at that you would never have said when you were fully conscious or level-headed. When we feel emotions, we're generally on autopilot. We aren't ever really consciously thinking. You aren't in the driver's seat over what you're thinking or what you're saying. It's almost like your personality is just talking and responding for you to the person you're mad at. It's not like you're really having to consciously think about what you're saying. Your responses in those types of situations are automatic, fully automatic. So much so that when you're level-headed and you think back to what you said when you were mad, sometimes you surprise yourself. Sometimes you think, I can't even believe I would say something like that. I wouldn't even say something like that. It's actually your personality almost just talking automatically for you. This is how 99% of our thoughts and feelings are created or generated every single day. I'm not just talking about when you're in a fight. I'm talking about even when you're happy or just not feeling anything at all. The human body is a thought, feeling, and emotion generating machine. Every moment, it is pumping out thoughts and feelings that you then experience as your own thoughts and feelings. Now, the major problem with this is that the thoughts and feelings that your body generates, that you then experience, are based on your personality. And all of our personalities have bad ways of thinking, negativity, insecurity, limitation, all of these different things built up within us from growing up. This is a bad thing because most of your thoughts, feelings, and emotions are out of your control. They're just generated by your personality. Now, this is where this idea fully changed my life. Learning how to take back full control over this thought, feeling, emotion generation machine that we all are. Learning how to develop this skill affects everything in your life. How you think, how you feel, what type of emotions you experience, even the quality of the conversations that you have with everybody. Just to give you my favorite example, learning all of this and seeing yourself from this new perspective allows you to never be affected by an angry customer or by an angry family member ever again. Let's look at a situation in which most of us have experienced where a customer starts yelling at you. Most people in that situation of getting yelled at might feel yourself getting flustered, getting angry, getting frustrated. Maybe you'll start rebuttaling what that person's saying to you, or you might start defending yourself, which happens a lot of the time. None of the words that you say at that point when you're getting yelled at, nothing that you say to that person is conscious. It's all automatic. It's all your personality just talking for you. Your personality is just responding to that person instantly. and your whole inner environment of yourself is all completely out of your control, all thrown out of whack. This is how one customer yelling at you at work can sometimes ruin your whole day. Your personality was just responding to this person yelling at you based on all the other times that you've been in a similar situation. This all happens because we never learn how to consciously create our inner environment to be the way we want it to be, to consciously choose what feelings we want to have or what ways of thinking we want to embody. This is why people can make you feel negative feelings and emotions. It's because our whole personality is built off being so autopilot, so automatic, that if something happens to you and you find yourself in a situation, your personality just responds. You don't ever sit there and choose how you want to experience that or deal with that. Your personality just does its thing. Now, after a few weeks of learning how to take back control over your inner environment, you will start to see that even when someone comes at you with their guns blazing, yelling at you, there will be a new type of stillness, a new type of pause, where you can interject yourself before your personality just responds automatically. You can interject yourself and really think about how you want to move forward. Think about how you want to respond. Think about how you want to feel. Do I want to yell back? Do I want to listen to them a little bit longer to find out what their main concern is? Could they just be pushing their insecurities on me? All these different things can come into consideration after you learn how to create that pause. This is a very small example of how studying yourself and studying the inner workings of your personality and how it actually functions can lead to a much more enjoyable experience of life, being able to control yourself and your feelings. Now I'm going to make way more videos based on my experience of how much the personality really works automatically and how to escape that or step outside of that. So thank you for listening. Take some time out of each day to look at what your thoughts are, what your feelings are. Are they what you want them to be? What do you want your internal environment to look like? And then try and act in ways that will be able to get you to where you want to be.